You want to hear about the time I watched a legend teach an entire room kids, parents, even the toughest guy in town what real strength looks like? Buckle up, cause this isn't your typical feel-good sports story. It starts with me, a regular Saturday, hoping karate might help my boy Ethan stop disappearing into the background. I didn't know we were about to become part of a showdown the local martial arts world would be talking about for years. We roll up to Valley Edge, just your average suburban dojo. Sunlight's slanting through the tall windows, catching dust in the air, kids jostling and oversized GIs, nervous energy buzzing. Ethan's next to me, shoulders drawn in, eyes on the floor. I'm telling myself, this is just a trial. If it's not right, we walk. No big deal. That's when I see Coach Damon Cortez, the guy everyone calls the Dragon. He's barking orders, strutting across the mat with this swagger that fills the whole place. I mean, the way he commands attention, you'd think he was prepping Olympic hopefuls, not teaching grade schoolers. And then there's this older man off in the corner, unassuming, but somehow magnetic, just sitting quietly, jeans and a button-down, posture so straight it almost makes you sit taller yourself. No fuss, no fleschibelt. I catch the receptionist Mara, giving him a look, like she knows something she's not sharing. Class kicks off. Damon doesn't waste time. He lines up the kids, eyes sweeping the room, and picks out Ethan, a new kid, singles him out front and center. You can feel the tension, see the other kids holding their breath. Damon starts in, name. My boy whispers it barely audible. Damon's voice booms, speak up. You want to be a warrior or a mouse? I can feel Ethan shrinking. The coach circles him, critiques every move, throws out sarcasm like candy at a parade. That's not a kick, Dawson. That's a noodle flopping on the mat. Kids titter. Parents shift uncomfortably. Ethan messes up. Damon's on him again, push-ups. More push-ups when my son tries to protest. I'm about ready to step in, but then that old man in the corner gives me a nod, calm, measured, like, let it play out a minute. So I wait, even as Ethan's struggling, face red, tears close. After class, I can't help myself. I corner Damon, voice steady but firm. Is humiliating a child really how you build confidence? He brushes me off. All bravado, this is my dojo. If your son can't hack it, he's free to leave. And right then, in front of everyone, I decide to do just that. Ethan's at my side, looking crushed. But before we can make it to the door, the old man from the back stands up and in the softest, steadiest voice tells Ethan, don't quit just because someone else doesn't know how to teach. That moment hangs in the air, weighty and strange. Then Damon, still stinging from being challenged, tries to save face. He calls out the old man publicly. Hey, sir, want to show these kids how it's done? It's half a dare, half a joke, but the room goes quiet. The old man just nods, slips off his jacket, and steps on the mat. Calm as you please, all eyes on him now. Damon gives his whole resume, 3-time regional champion, and offers a handshake trying to squeeze a little dominance in. But the old man doesn't even flinch. What happens next is hard to describe unless you've seen a real masterwork. Damon comes at him, fast and showy, expecting to bowl him over. The old man barely shifts his feet just a tiny redirection, and suddenly Damon's off balance, grasping at air. He tries again, goes for a hold, and blink you see him trapped in a lock, gentle but firm. Parents are murmuring now, kids glued to the action. You can see the rumors spreading whispers. Could it be? Damon's not letting it go. He goes harder, sweat beading on his brow, losing his cool, his attacks getting wild. The old man just glides around him, never wasting energy, never breaking a sweat. Finally, Damon, out of pride or frustration, tries a full contact assault, kicks, punches, the works. The old man flows with it, not even defending, just not being where the attack lands. At last, with 3 perfectly placed touches barely more than a tap, Damon's on one knee, stunned. The crowd gasps, someone actually claps, and for a second you see humility crack Damon's mask. Someone asks, who are you? The man just looks up and says, Norris. Chuck Norris. The entire dojo freezes. And I swear, it's like watching every movie, every legend come to life. Phones come out, kids start whispering, and Damon finally realizes who's just dismantled him in front of everyone. Chuck addresses the room, quiet authority ringing out. Martial arts is about discipline, respect, control, and humility. Technique without character? That's just movement. Nobody moves, nobody blinks got the place in the palm of his hand. He bows, collects his things, and heads for the door, stopping just long enough to tell Ethan, the right teacher makes all the difference. Next week, something's changed at Valley Edge. Ethan wants to go back seeing real strength now, wants to try again. We walk in, expecting the worst, but it's different. Sensei Mark is teaching steady, patient, and when Damon appears, the bravado's gone. He walks up to us, looks Ethan in the eye, and says, "I'm sorry. I'll let pride get in the way. If you come back, I promise it'll be different." You can feel the whole dojo watching, waiting to see if this is real. Ethan nods. He's not hiding at the back anymore. Mark runs class with patience, encouragement, and even Damon, watching from the sidelines, seems humbled, like he's actually learning. There's a new board on the wall now, not just tournament trophies, but student achievements, community service, school awards, things that matter. At the end of class, Ethan bows, eyes shining, and I see that quiet confidence blooming. Mara leans over, whispers, "He called Chuck Norris, you know. Tracked him down, wanted advice." Never thought I'd see that day. Maybe people can change when they're shown what real character looks like. As we're packing up, I ask Ethan if he believes it. He says, "Chuck Norris said character is what matters." Maybe Coach is working on his now. Out of the mouths of babes, right? So let me ask you, can one moment really change a person, or is it just a story we tell ourselves to sleep better at night? What would you have done if you were me, if you were Damon, or Ethan? Does true justice mean humiliation, redemption, or something in between? Share your take. I want to hear what you think is fair, and whether you'd give a second chance or walk away for good. Because after everything I saw, I'm convinced sometimes the quietest person in the room carries the biggest lesson. And sometimes all it takes is one act of real strength to change the whole game.